What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Team Golden Age with a special collab here today with some Master Duel stuff. I'm going to pass it over to my good friend John, and I'll let you take it away from here.
Hi, thank you. So, uh, I am JXKX. I got a YouTube channel on Twitch. Do a lot of streamings, and I am the owner of PGL League, and I run tournaments. And so today, we had a Master Duels tournament number 11, and we had 22 participants. And right now we are with Shadow Slayer, who is going to be presenting his deck with Speedroids today. And so, what can you tell us about your deck, Shadow?
I've just liked speedroids for a vast number of years. I'm glad support came out finally last year, so
Yeah.
got to make it even better. Yeah, it's just it's a good archetype. Wind machine's kind of like unique, or was at the time. So yeah, I threw in some other wind monsters as well that kind of like work together in tandem. Um, so worked pretty well. Got some hand traps in there as well, and just it's been working well so far. Not too many bricks.
And I do see that you have 50 cards. Was that ever like an issue?
No, not really. I mean, at first I was kind of hesitant. My friends made fun of me for it and stuff because they usually run 40 card decks. But yeah, it became a kind of like a joking thing. But no, not really. I don't really have much consistency issue. I run 3 of all the things I need to run, and it's mostly just 50 because of like good hand traps and other kaiju stuff that kind of just helps it like go smoother. So yeah, I haven't really had any issues. You do occasionally brick, but game of chance at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's how Yu-Gi-Oh be sometimes. Just it be like that sometimes. And so, what were your power cards on this deck?
I'd say just in the tournament or general or like
Yeah, in the tournament.
Honestly, my favorite thing to do, even after the new support came out, is the double crystal wing combo. It's like this 3 card combo of Speedroid Marble Machine, Speedroid Car Turbo, and Daiko Duke. And you basically use those 3 cards and you make two crystal wings, and it's pretty cool. You get 2 negates on board. Usually have some back row to go with it, so it helps. It's kind of like something that got me through like most of the tournament. Baroness is pretty good. Everyone I think I know is like running it. It's really awesome. I can bust that out pretty easily. And then Crystal Clearwing's like a personal favorite. It's a little prone to spell and trap negation or destruction, but its other effect is pretty solid. So those are pretty good cards. Usually go into some variation of those.
Okay. And so this was your second tournament entering, right?
With you guys, yeah, it was. I was in the free one and then this one.
Yeah. So compared to the free one, was the competition a lot more intense?
Yeah, it was. The free one was good. Like, it was a good way to test your skills, have some fun. Everything was like good, but it wasn't like I didn't feel nearly the same like intensity. Like there were some like solid decks. Like Prank Kids were all over the place, Sky Striker was all over the place. It was pretty cool.
Might as well have been YCS, right? Too.
Yeah. I'd say.
Okay. And how are your matchups on the Swiss rounds? Like, what did you face?
Not bad. I faced the forgot the name escapes me of the dude who won the entire tournament. I faced him
Aaliyah?
like Aaliyah. He was my first competitor in round 1, and he beat me like so bad. And yeah, I was kind of just like, oh man, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, she won the whole thing, and then she's like completely like murdering people with the Prank Kids, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
She came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't faced Prank Kids in a tournament setting before, so I was kind of like thrown a little bit. But yeah, I was beaten pretty badly. Second round was, I think I got like a bye. My opponent didn't show up, and then the other ones were pretty good. I faced Trap Tricks. I got through that one pretty easily. I got lucky with a lightning storm, I think, and I blew up back row and got through that. I had a what was it? Round 5. Was it? Oh, I faced that Emancipator. That was my favorite win because
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, because I can't do anything against Adamantipator, especially when they go first. And I was just like, quaking because I don't know how I was gonna like pull it off. But I pulled out double Crystal Wing. I managed to ash the right card, and yeah, I got through that one. That was probably my favorite win, honestly.
Hey. Okay. And how was your top 8 match?
Top 8 match was it was fun. I liked it because my only thing was the guy I was facing. Forgot his name as well, but I noticed like he was like totally undefeated because I was following like the stats as well.
Oh yeah. I remember that matchup because you were facing oh yeah. Just remind you, but Rick Master F. Yeah, I remember that.
Rickmaster, yeah. Yeah, and like you started streaming it too, so I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna like embarrass myself so horribly right now. And then yeah, somehow like I pulled out a win in the first one. Same Crystal Wing combo with Baroness, I think. He VFD'd me in the second match. I couldn't do anything. I got destroyed. And then the third one was kind of back and forth for a few turns, and then I got like a crucial like Ash Blossom when he tried to like Scarlet Sanguine like Eldwick, and I stopped him from doing that, and I kind of just won for a game. That was a really good win too.
Yeah, that was actually a very exciting match because you were 8th place and he was in 1st place. So yeah, you were facing basically the person that was undefeated for like all the Swiss rounds. And
Yeah,
I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, it makes sense. The system will pair up the 8th person against the 1st place. I was like, oh, that's a little bit rough, but
yeah,
you showed it. Like, that's the one thing I like about tournaments. Like sometimes, especially when you got like Top Cut,
yeah,
you give that person that's literally in last place like the chance to like, because when someone, I feel like when someone just does overall like extremely too good for all the
yeah,
Swiss rounds, it kind of almost like catches back up to you, and
yeah,
the person who's struggling to get back on there, who barely made it, they have more motivation to win than the other person. They're like,
yeah.
so yeah, I did like your matchup. Yeah, that was a crazy matchup. Okay, and so how was your overall experience so far with the league?
It was pretty awesome. I liked it. It's all around pretty fun. I like the organization a lot. Like I'm like being totally honest, like not making this up because I've been in like other tournaments before, and they're like very poorly managed. Especially like on Discord. But you have like a really good system going, so I appreciated that. Nothing
Oh,
was
thank you.
confusing. Yeah, for sure. Like everything was good. The matchups were pretty straightforward. You could you know get everything situated. So yeah, it was awesome. I liked it. It was a really fun tournament.
Thank you. Comments like that usually are just like what keeps me motivated, because like I do want to. I know that I'm not perfect to a T, and so
Yeah,
I'm not gonna ever try to like say that. But just being able to communicate with everybody, because like it's just me, so I have to take in what everybody says, and just sometimes maybe it could just be the way that people just say it. I just be like, hey, I can't take it personal because it's just they're not giving me this information to be bad with me. It's just that they're giving me the information to better improve their overall experience, because it may be able to help with everybody else too as well. And so
yeah.
that's the way I just take it. So like, yeah, I mean, if you have any comments like that you ever want to say to me that you just that you can see about bettering the tournaments, like yeah, and like this time was the first time that I introduced the best of 3. Uh, that was just a little bit shaky because like everybody was just like, okay, we're having best of 3, but there's no side deck, and I was just like, like my reasoning behind that was just like, okay, right now just Konami really doesn't want to do this with Master Duels, but I was like, but you guys are like asking for it, so I was like, let me just try to give you just a little bit of a taste, of how it, because like Master Duels is like really its own thing,
Yeah,
and I told everybody, it's like your decks have to be able to be optimized to be able to go first and second. There's
yeah.
like really no in between. So how did you like that experience about this best of 3?
I liked it a lot. Like I like best of 3 in general, and like it's a good thing that like you did it because single matches are fine, but it's true like the way that Master Duel is running with like its own ban list so far, and like it has everything kind of put into its own little category. There are situations where like if it's only one match, especially like the top cut stages, and the
Oh, it's
person who goes
cutthroat.
first, yeah, the person who goes first usually ends up just controlling like the whole board. So the best of 3 is good. I like it, and especially the rule like you have from YCS where like if someone loses, like they can pick if they want to go first or second to kind
Oh
of have that back
yeah,
and forth
yeah.
going.
I actually introduced that like at the last second, like right before the tournament started. I was like, you know what? I really need to make this like competitive and fair as possible. So I was like, you know what? I was like, because I didn't know how you guys were gonna take it, because I was like, okay, they could be like, well, Master Duel doesn't make me choose. Like I just go first if I win dice roll. And I was just like, that was gonna be the most cutthroat thing that
Yeah.
that I could see backfire on me. But then everybody was happy with it. Everybody was like, yo, like let's get a taste of like Astro Yu-Gi-Oh, where you actually get to decide if you go first if you already lost. And I'm really glad about that, because it gave the opportunity to like actually have like somewhat of a fair match within this type of environment. And like because like I didn't like just introducing best of 3 but not being able to introduce that rule, that would have been like defeated for like a lot of people, because they're like, well, I won and I just go again first and like just win.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so I do think that I am going to keep the best of 3, and I am going to keep that rule for all the cash tournaments that we're going to be hosting in the future. And is there anything else that you would like to say or give like a shout out?
No, not really. Honestly, I'm not that big on like social media or anything. But yeah, it was like I said, a fun tournament. It was a good way to like pass the time. Duel with like some people, kind of like put your skills up against like other people, and like appreciate it. And if you do it them like in the future, like I'd be happy to like join them again.
So I'm thinking about in the future, just having like bigger tournaments and possibly more sponsors to be able to put in. Just possibly like thinking about doing like maybe like a championship series, maybe doing it almost like a 2-day thing, which, because at the rate that the tournaments might grow, it might just be required like a 2-day event kind of like thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably gonna be, this one I think already ran like 6 hours, so like it was I know people were tired at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I sure was. It did go pretty long. It was fun though. It was good.
Yeah, but yeah, but so thank you for coming out today and being able to do the deck profile. And if there's nothing else, we'll just we'll end it here, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
You too, and thanks for having me.
All right, thank you.
What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Team Golden Age, back again with a special Master Duel deck profile. I'm going to turn it over to my good friend John here to join his Discord, and go check him out on Twitch. Both of those will be linked in the description, but I will let him take it away.
Yo, what's up? How's it going? For all the social medias out there, today we are going to be presenting a deck profile with Daryl. He did got 3rd place, correct, on Master Duel Tournament number 11. This was actually also his first tournament with us as well. He just went in with all the dogs, and he got a little bit of spice to present with us today. So would you like to present your deck profile?
Of course, it's just your generic scrap pure dinosaurs. We've got Scrap Raptor. Scrap Raptor and Lost World is full combo. If you get these 2 cards, you end on UCT, you end on Appaloosa, and Borreload with 2 negates.
Hey. Oh, I get a lot of memories when I see dinosaurs. There's like one of the they're like the yin to my yang, They're just
Well,
completely.
when I was a kid, the first deck I ever got was the original dinosaur structure deck with
Oh,
Superconductor
really?
Tyranno.
Okay,
This
okay.
fellow. Sadly, he sucks, so I can't use him here.
I think most of our cards that back in the day, they just they're not up to par with current Yu-Gi-Oh.
You say that, but then there's this.
Oh yeah, that is very true. And then we got the famous Pot of Greed. Never will come back. It's so old, but it's probably one of the best cards. Okay. So what were your par cards for this weekend?
Definitely UCT. He can stop Link, XYZ, and Synchro plays by flipping my opponent's board face down. The only thing he can't stop is Fusion, which is why I got demolished by the Prank Kids player.
Dang, it seems like a lot of people got demolished by Aaliyah. She was well, there was actually a couple. There was more than a couple Prank Kids players. So was it the first place that beat you?
Yes, Aaliyah beat me 0-2 in top 8.
Ooh, yeah. And but yeah, Prank Kids usually is they are a very powerful deck, and they just got more stuff coming in the future for them. So it's probably just gonna get harder to just even beat them. I
Jesus
personally,
Christ, what do I do?
hey, make sure you just gotta go first then.
Simply draw the out.
Yes, that is one of the famous words, for everybody. Just draw the out. How hard is that? All right, and so how are some of your matchups?
In Swiss, I went 4-1, losing to a Eldritch, very fun dragon stack. This card is evil.
The BFD. Oh, truth
And then
evil calamities.
yeah, that's the only game I lost in Swiss. I went 2-0 for top 8 versus, I think it was just a skill drain player. No, it was
I think it was DBZ that you faced. DBZ. I forgot what he was actually playing.
I just remember negating a skill drain and someone scooping.
Nay. Oh, that is horrible. So one of my friends was like, "Oh, how hard is it to just flip skill drain?" And then right there, you can get negated. So that's how hard it is.
Yep. Your choke points, if you were playing against dinosaurs and you ever want to know how to defeat them,
yeah.
If they miscellaneous Saurus and then banish Misk, you want to ash this. You can't ash Soul Eating after someone uses miscellaneous Saurus because he will be immune to the activated effect of Ash Blossom.
Okay.
And you can also just banish Miscellaneous Saurus with DD Crow after they send it to the grave. You can also Miscellaneous Saurus is a stupid card that protects from way too much. It protects dinosaurs from Nibiru. So if you have a Nibiru in hand and you're going against dinosaurs, the choke point for that is Scrap Wyvern because it's a dragon and not a dinosaur. So once they get Scrap Wyvern up, they're definitely at 5 summons by that point. So you just Nibiru the Scrap Wyvern.
I do forget that he is a dragon.
You think he'd be a machine? I hate that this is a beast. If this was a dinosaur, this deck would be even more broken than it already is.
It shouldn't be more broken than it already is. It just OTKs out of nowhere.
This is just Ash bait. You don't have to play it. You could just play the Lithosagem, and the field spell. He can pop baby, and you can go into plays with that. And you can even make True King with Litho, which is evil.
Which is evil. Some bad memories with that card?
Yeah, I don't like not being able to play the video game.
I think a lot of people could agree with you on that, It is a very evil card, and being able to shut you down, like, extremely hard with that is unfortunate for the most part.
You may be noticing that I'm playing a 13-card extra deck. I forgot to add back a Abyss Dweller and access code.
Oh, yeah.
I got tired of DD Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that deck, and one of my buddies was like, "Yo, you're like auto lose to that," and I was like, "I already faced it. I don't know, like I didn't know what the hype was about it because I opened up with the Harpy's Feather Duster. They took my whole extra deck away, but I was playing Spirals, so like I just needed a special summon a lot and then just attack, and he just scooped it up with that. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, so I just opened up with either Red Reboot or just Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, and just sweep away and then just go for game.
Usually the bots, they're all bot accounts, by the way. They just activate everything during your draw phase. Yeah. Anytime you see a DD player, DD Dynamite player, it's someone using a script to grind gems. It's really cringe.
Yeah, because I like to play out my matches and stuff like that. I remember that the bot didn't do it on the draw phase. Like I said, I activated Harpy's Feather Duster, swept away all their back row. I mean, they chained, but whatever they brought out couldn't be chained to it because it was a resolution of a resolving chain.
Yeah, trap trick.
Yeah,
probably trap trick. Yeah, searching for another dynamite to kill you.
Yes. So how you been liking so far, like the Master Duels meta?
I can get to Plat 1 with this deck, but it's such a slog playing against Eldritch and Drytron and the like. I like dinosaurs though, so I was really happy to come to this tournament and even talk with them.
Hey,
My first tournament
yeah, your
I've ever
first
been
tournament
in.
again. You know, hey, you just went in, and what expectations did you have like going into the tournament?
Um, Not very high expectations. I saw that round 5 Swiss and thought, oh god, I'm going 0-5. Because like I was expecting to run into things like Eldritch and Drytron and Adamantipator, and I really didn't. I only lost to that Eldritch VFD player and Print Kids.
Yeah, there was a couple of Eldritch, but also like one of the things I do like about these tournaments that I've noticed is that we have a lot of players that just refuse to play like a lot of meta. So like everybody's like top four. There had so many like people that were playing. So it was you,
It was Print Kids,
Prank Kids, and
Synchro.
two Synchros, and I think and just Dinos. Yeah. So like even looking at like past tournaments and stuff, I was thinking like, okay, meta's gonna be like top four is gonna just be all meta, just gonna be like Sky Striker, Sprint Kids, Eldritch, but nah, like the amount of synchro decks also too they just made it, I was just like, huh. I was like, what
Baron de
happened?
Flor. Yeah, Baron de Flor is so powerful.
Yes.
She can't stop a Doggeran. And this is like my only tech option that I have. I
Yeah.
have 2 called bys because this is the going first setup deck. Um, Fun fact, if you have UCT on the field and Baby Sarosaurus in your hand, and it's your opponent's turn, you can pop the baby in your hand, special summon Ovi, search for Doggeran, so if you survive their turn, you can kaiju their biggest monster on the next turn.
Yeah. I usually yeah, like for that, yeah, that would be the best option just because like man, some of the boards that come out on Master Duels are they're just something else. Like I thought I won't lie that some of the meta stuff like I'll be like okay, well Yu-Gi-Oh you don't want to like allow your opponent to play, but like learn truly that in Master Duels you literally almost don't want your opponent to play. So like because the stuff like exists like vanities, emptiness, and all that stuff, and it's just like yeah, you really don't want your opponent to play. Okay, and so what was your experience so far with the PGL League?
Very fun. I had a lot of fun. I got to show off how silly dinosaurs can be.
Yeah.
I think mostly I won because I won 4 out of the 5 coin flips in the Swiss bracket.
Hey, that is
And
one part.
the coin flip I lost was to the Eldritch player, so I can just make myself feel better and say it was RNG.
This is RG. Okay, okay. All right. And apart from your experiences from that, any advice that you can give to me to improve these tournaments? Like anything that you saw that maybe could be done better.
I think Master Duel as a program still has a lot of kinks. There's not much that you personally can do about it, but like random people can join the
Oh yeah.
the duel room and just cause an issue.
Yes, I think that happened round one, right?
Yeah,
Two random people just joined it. And I forgot to put up the room like this is private, and I usually always do that, and it just like
slipped your mind. Yeah,
yeah, it slipped my mind, and like I was like I know these people aren't in this tournament, like I know their names, and I was like who are they? And then I was just like oh man, I forgot to make this room private. But luckily after that, after they
yeah,
left, like nobody else came in, so I was like super happy about that. I was like okay, we don't have to restart over.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
in terms of like the stream, I do wish the matches themselves were commentated more.
Okay. The reason why well, this is like my reason on why I don't do it. Because I do mention it on streams. The reason why I don't do too much commentation about the matches themselves is that I've caught myself sometimes, like potentially coaching some people because like sometimes some people slow play, and they're trying to think out their stuff, and then I'll be like, okay, but what if this happens and that happens, and then it literally and I don't try to like automatically do it, so I just try to keep away my comments from that stuff because like it's not that I try to do it, but when I do sometimes commentate, like I get too engrossed about like what I would do as a perspective as a player, and so that basically becomes coaching, and I'm just like, ah man, I literally just got to shut my mouth about this kind of stuff because you know, I actually it happened once where basically my comments changed the route that the player was going. It was like why not do that? And I was just like, oh man. So that is the reason why I don't do too many comments about the gameplay, because more than ever, like I catch myself potentially almost helping somebody out, and I'm afraid to do that. So like, I rather just not comment at all. Which, I mean, I know people they would like for me to make more comments on it in general. But it's just one of those things I gotta like work on, where like I don't coach people, and like, but it's so hard also too as a player to be like, okay, well he could have done this and that. So I just find it a little bit difficult, but it's something that I want to work on. So thank you for that. Yeah, I will be working on that. So because like, yeah, it's just right now, it's just for me, it's just a little difficult to be able to do the type of comments that I need to do, where it just engages more on the field. So it's a work in progress basically.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I guess yeah, I wish I could do a little bit more. But that's like also too up to Master Duels, like how are they going to change that in the future, if they're going to give people more control over the rooms, to be able to access stuff and just like kick out whoever needs to be kicked out. And
What's really I don't like, they really should keep the event ban list after the event. I don't understand why they just get rid of it. Because we could have like synchro XE events, tournaments all the time.
yeah, that is true. I don't remember if I read it somewhere, but I know that they said that they were maybe going to try to introduce other formats into Master Duels. I don't know. That may be something in the future. Obviously,
Goat,
if that does
Goat
happen.
Tournament 2023, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's gonna be stuff that I look towards in the future for Master Duels. Master Duels has the potential. Master Duels has all the potential to be so much more, and possibly overtake a lot, like potentially just take over the place of remote duels. But also too, like, you know, I guess people at the end of the day also too just want to play their cards, their physical cards. So while
Yeah.
Master Duels may get like it could get bumped up to like to be the next best thing, but I think also two people just still want to play their cards, so that
Well,
there'll always be a place for that.
I live in a place where there's like no Yu-Gi-Oh scene, so I'm really happy that I
The
can
Master Duels,
join tournaments on Master Duel.
hey, and remember, like I run 2 tournaments a week, one free one on Thursday 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and another one on Sunday. Those are usually cash ones, and those will be 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So like, if you ever want to join up, hey, we got 2 tournaments a week.
I don't think I can explain to my professors that I'm missing class for
Oh,
an online
oh
card
yeah,
game.
oh yeah. I did totally forget about the comment that you said that yes, university comes first, and as just as a message to anybody watching out there, please don't take Master Duels to the point where you're missing something out in real life. There'll be more tournaments and possibly more tournaments to be added in the future for just the week. Also, just I guess a little self promotion, like on the tournaments for the free ones, the winner gets a paid entry by me for the Sunday tournaments. So I personally give away for a person to actually be able to win money and just create a path for them basically. But is there anything else that you would like to maybe put in or shout out to anybody?
I have a YouTube channel.
You do? Okay, okay.
Yeah. It just has little replays of my Trickstar deck that I dismantled for this. So, don't know what I'm going to do about that.
Okay. Well, you'll be giving me that link for for your YouTube, and then we'll put that on the link for Team Golden Age and on my channel, so that way we can redirect people to watch your videos on your Trickstars and possibly in the future to your Scrap Dinos, right?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your day, and peace out,
Thank you
YouTube.
very much for hosting.
All right, thank you for that. And Tom, anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
All right.
He's eating.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Take out peace and have a great day.